When it comes to this channel, it's not all about the latest and the greatest. It's about getting as many South Africans into their dream cars as possible. And today I've got a budget-friendly car with me. This is a Haval H2. This is NSR Auto Reviews, and this car was sponsored by Auto House Select. Right guys, so we are in a 2020 Haval H2 1.5 turbo city, and it's a manual. So how is it? It's actually quite lekker, you know, especially considering the prices of cars these days, and we live in a time where cars are insanely expensive. This is actually a nice refresher, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Don't worry, you're going to know exactly where to buy this car. You're going to know exactly how much this car costs, and just stick around a little bit longer, then you'll hear about it. But let me give you somewhat of an idea. This car is under 300,000 Rand, and it does have under 20,000 kilometers. So it is basically brand spanking new, especially considering it's a 2020 model. So let's dive into it. Let's start looking at the styling first. Let's look at that. So yes, it doesn't look like the new Havals that are out now, like the Julian or the H6 or whichever one that you are looking at. This is the H2 from 2020, but it actually looks quite nice. So it's got quite an appealing box shape to it, which I actually do quite enjoy, and I think it actually looks quite good, and it makes it look like a bit more of a bulky or aggressive SUV. So that's quite nice, especially in this red color. But don't get it wrong, it's actually a very decently sized car. It is not overly big. You do get a lot of space, but the reason why I say it's not overly big, I've had a lot of SUVs. Some I can pull into my garage, some I can't pull into my garage, and this one's actually quite nice. So when I pull it into my garage, I do have a decent amount of space left, which is nice, so I can actually move around. So yeah, but you don't sacrifice any space there as well. So I like to sit decently further back. So with me sitting in a position like this, there's still more than enough space behind me, which is quite nice. So guys, you know, if this is like a little family car, or parents, if you're buying this as a first car for your child, and let's say they take a trip down to Durban, I'm not going to say going to clubs or anything, let's say they take a trip down to Durban or whatever the case is, they can definitely fit all of the luggage in the boot, and they can have their friends in the car as well. So what about the little specs and gadgets? What do you get with this car? So it's nothing fancy, nothing crazy, you know, it's enough. It's a simple car, which I think it's quite a refresher. So yeah, let's talk about it. You don't get a automatic gearbox, you get a manual gearbox. It's a 6-speed manual, and it's actually nice and refreshing driving in a manual again. So I'm going to refer back to the kids. Parents, if you buy a first car for your kids, this is a manual. What does a manual mean? They should not be playing on their phone. So that's a nice upside about this. So you get a 1.5 turbo, it's a 6-speed manual. Let's look at how modern it is. So you do get a touchscreen infotainment system, and it does work quite well, nothing too hectic. So you get Bluetooth, you get Apple CarPlay, no Android Auto though, which is strange, especially because it's got Apple CarPlay. But it's fine. If you are people that use Apple, then that should not be an issue for you. But for Android users, sorry, you're just going to have to deal with connecting via Bluetooth. And there's nothing much else to that. What I like about this setup is it's not insanely modern like the crazy cars that are out now, where the climate control is in the infotainment system. That kind of irritates me because it takes a lot of attention away from driving. So this is still quite nice. You get your infotainment system, and then you get buttons underneath that. So playing around with the climate control is nice and simple and easy. You don't have to go searching for it in your infotainment system. Hopefully that's something that disappears with some time. Oh gosh, but yeah, let's go back to that. Looking at the cluster, you get a semi-digital cluster, so you get 2 dials on the side, and then you get a kind of digital screen in the middle. Nothing, you know, extravagant, nothing crazy out there, but it can show all the information that you want it to show, like tire pressure, fuel consumption, so on and so forth, you know, the usual that you get. So materials within the car here as well. you actually get some cool styling. You get like this shiny kind of sleek, I don't know what you're gonna call it, but like sprayed, I don't know, like aluminium. It doesn't look or feel like aluminium, but like I can't get to anything closer than that. You guys can be the judge of it. But it's quite soft and, well, not soft, it is sleek. Sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up here. It is sleek, it is smooth, and it actually looks quite nice, and it actually feels like there's a bit of quality there. Rest of the car, you do get soft touch plastic here on the side doors, here on the top as well. Not many spots with hard plastic, which is quite nice. You know, that scratchy, itchy plastic that you get, especially when you buy like a cheaper car. There's not much of here in that. The most you get is by your glove box, which is in most cars anyway, so that's not a complaint. So yeah, all in all, I think this car is put together quite nicely. You get cloth seats, which is, in this kind of weather, it's blazing now. I actually had to stop filming because my camera started overheating and I could not continue filming. I had to cool it down. So if you do hear the aircon right now, that's the reason why. But yeah, no, it's nice. You know, you get cloth seats. They're actually quite comfortable. If this was leather seats right now, my gut would be burning off. So yeah, easy, simple car, nothing too crazy, and I'm sure you're wondering what the price is. So bear in mind, I did mention that it's under 300,000 Rand. I did mention that this car has less than 20,000 kilometers, and I did mention that it's from 2020, so it's technically a brand spanking new car, especially with that kind of mileage. This car, let me first tell you where you can get it. This car is sitting at Auto House Select in Centurion. You can search them up on Google, it will give you the address. Head through there, give them a call. If you want to come test drive this car out, or whatever you want, leave a comment section down below, and then we can make it happen and make a plan happen there as well. So guys, this car is sitting at Auto House Select in Centurion, and the price on this vehicle, being a 2020 model with less than 20,000 kilometers on the clock, is going for 269,900 Rand. That's a great price, and there's a lot of good balance there, because I did my research on this car and most of them that I find are over 30,000 kilometers. You know, you're looking at 34,000, 35,000, 40,000 kilometers, and all of them are priced at about 315 all the way up to 350. So with that being said, if you are looking at buying this car specifically, or if you are shopping around for another second-hand car and you're looking for good service and you're looking good value for money, head through to Auto House Select in Centurion. They have great service, they'll take care of you. You'll find this car here. You might not find it depending on how fast you act. So if you're one of the first, you'll find this car there. Head through, check them out for good experience, good quality cars, and get your next dream car at an affordable price. I mean, you can buy a brand new car these days and you're technically getting a brand new car with this. So it's brilliant. You guys should do it. You guys should go to Auto House Select in Centurion today and get it done. You'll enjoy this car. Thank you guys for watching, and looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.